Hello everyone. I am out here just looking over the garden, and I said, do I want to do a little harvest or do I just want to check on some things? So I decided I'm going to do a little of both. But what I wanted to first talk about is I have some seedlings that are sprouting up. Some little purple bok choy here, my Bloomsdale spinach. They're looking beautiful. These were planted 5 days ago. So this is 70 today. Got up to a high of 70 today, but the weather's been averaging in the mid 60s, so this is really good weather for both the purple bok choy, well, bok choy in general, and spinach. So that's looking really well. I'm going to take you over to some other seedlings, and normally I would start my seedlings in my greenhouse over there, but the weather's been decent, so I decided, why not just leave them outside? And I don't have much that I had started from seed this October. The radishes here, those are started the same time as the spinach over there, and they're starting to come on up. And then I do have some over here. Got some arugula there. My black-seeded Simpson has not sprouted, and guess what? It has not sprouted at all. At any time I've planted this, I'm starting to assume that might be a bad batch of seeds because I have none, and I've had none for the last maybe 2 months that I planted it. So that one is a wrap. Same thing with my 100 Miners lettuce. I'm not getting anything there. And a giant winter spinach, I did just plant that, so I'm not going to say that. But this was planted the same time this black-seeded Simpson was planted. My prize leaf lettuce, my Tom Thumb is coming on up. My Marvel of Four Seasons is coming up. And this was the second time I had to do this one. So the first set none of them germinated, but they're germinating to this time. My Poplar crisp heads are coming up. Now my matcha corn salads, they didn't do well at first, but as you can see, this entire one is matcha corn salad. I really like it, but I'm only getting a couple spots. But as long as I get something, because I really like it. That's coming up. This here is an accidental plant. That's actually what is it? Why am I always trying to figure out my terms? That is cantaloupe. Some cantaloupe that my daughter accidentally mixed the seeds in. So I got a bunch of it there and up here on my top row of my green stalks. But also, one more spot that I had started some seeds at. Let me move this out the way so I can show you. Is here in this green stalk. So here, I planted, and because I had that tray covering it, it's getting a little leggy. This here is some more radish. So I just planted some radish in here, right here, and here. I just planted some in here because I had extra, and I didn't want to have like 5 or 6 seeds left, so I just put them in here. I wasn't going to grow anything in here just yet. I was actually just using this to see if I was going to add another tier to this one or not, but I decided not to. So with that being said, I have another 4 of these. I'm going to make another 5 tier. So with that being said, this is just some extra radish that I planted, but they're doing really well. Some of the seedlings that I had started in the greenhouse are doing amazing as well. Like this Egyptian spinach there, another Egyptian spinach, and my crimson tide mustards over here, and then of course my Mizuna. So they're all doing really well. These were planted from seed, and I just put them in this little containers individually. These were planted from seed, but these were planted from seed a while ago. These are my broadleaf endives. So those were not recently done. Those were done about a month ago. So maybe 5 weeks ago, but definitely not when I planted all of these. These are about maybe 3 to 4 weeks. This is about, if these are 3 to 4 weeks, this is about 6 weeks. And so, but they're doing really well. Everything in here is doing really well. I did plant some radish in here, but I just planted that yesterday. So I'm going to come back and check on that and see what that's doing. And then all of these up here were all planted from seed at one point, but they are all in various stages. Now, excuse me, these here, I tell you about buying seeds from different places, and you know, you get surprised, as you definitely do. Look at that. This is what I'm about to come out here and do. Check on all these plants. This is what I'm checking. But these, not that one. This, that one, this one, and this one. So these are supposed to be spinach. But lo and behold, guess what they are? Golden beets, y'all. These are golden beets. I don't know how, where did I get those seeds from? Jeez, I don't know where I got them. I think I got them on Etsy. Yeah, they're not spinach. I know they're not spinach because these are also planted with them. And so are these, and these are all labeled spinach. But look at that. Golden beets. Golden beets. See that? And these are beet leaves. So I don't know how they mixed that up, but whatever. I got some golden beets growing, and I do love golden beets, so I'm not going to complain. But I was expecting spinach. I planted about 20 trays of these, so I got a ton of golden beets. But nonetheless, I'm okay with that. But at least now I know to just make sure I get my seeds from a more reliable source. I'll just say that. But so yeah, I'm just out here checking things for things such as this, and you know, we're not gonna do this, so we just gonna go ahead and just help this little baby go on and start a life somewhere else, but it's not here. So we're gonna go ahead and help you off of here, because we just not gonna do that. Okay, yeah, that we're not. So just go ahead and find you somewhere else to go. All right, so with that being said, I'm just walking around checking things, because if I don't, things like this happen, and then I won't have any of those particular vegetables anytime soon. So let's go back here and see what else is happening back here as far as growth or pests. Trying to see. You know what? This is some compost down here, so I will. All right. So my cabbage is looking okay. I don't really. This is a real thick and hardy one. I love it, and I started this one back in June, guys, and it was so dormant for so long. I was about to pull it up. That one too. They were doing nothing, and so I put them out here. I covered them up for a while, and now they're doing their thing, because I was getting a little worried about them, but they're doing okay. Yeah, all my cabbages is doing fine. I was waiting on some side shoots from this broccoli here. I put some broccoli. They put some little ones, some broccoli in I have broccoli and eggs every morning, so that has been the plant that I come to the most. I do have a little Swiss chard in my smoothies. Whenever I make my smoothies, I prefer Swiss chard over spinach. Just my personal preference. And out here, something is, like I said, is bothering my kohlrabi. But that's what I get for not being more diligent out here and seeing what it is. But I'm sure it's on here, and I'm gonna find it. But I'm just checking everything. This is the one that I was worried about the most, because I'm like, what is going on with these leaves? They are really looking a little funky, but I don't see anything on them. Look at that beautiful purple turnip down there. Hold some green wave mustards over here hiding. There's my little parsley hiding over here. But you would look at these leaves and swear that there's something attacking them. So I'm gonna have to just take my time and come on this plant and just look, because I know it has to be something. It doesn't look this way. Now I did definitely pull a bunch of worms, caterpillar worms off of here. So I know it just seemed like it's some more, because this is just not the way it looked at that time. So let me get out here and just do my due diligence. Also, I know I told you guys a couple videos ago, I had that pumpkin back here, and since then I have put in my strawberry plants. These are my Shuxton strawberries that I put these in so that they could take root and I know they're gonna die off, but hopefully they will come back come spring, and I have some beautiful shucks and strawberries. I didn't put a whole lot in here because I said if they don't make it, I'm gonna be real upset. So, you know, not at anybody but myself though. So not the supplier or anything like that, because I planted and did what they told me. But I probably should have did this in the spring. But you know, I'm just being hard-headed, I guess. But it's all a learning process for us all. So we're gonna see how well these do. So I'm just making a video note, more so for me than you guys, just documenting these. These have been planted about maybe 2 weeks now. I mean, they're looking beautiful. I know they're not gonna make it, but I'm hoping that they take root really well and that they actually do come back in the spring just as healthy. Two more plants I just actually want to look at really quickly before I get over here and check on these plants that I know have a few different bug activities going on. I just want to show you really quickly. I have planted my peach tree in the ground, and I'm just checking on it. It's the first of many to come. First of many fruit trees, I'll say. Don't know how many peach trees I want to do, but this is the first of many of my fruit trees. So I will be planting my apple tree come spring, but this is the Alberta peach, and it's actually looking really well. So I'm just checking on it, come by here and water it and do what I have to do for it, but it's looking pretty well. I did not prune it yet. I'm a little intimidated by that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because you know, I'm not sure how to prune this. So if anybody's looking at this, you know, again, these are my documentaries for myself, and you have suggestions. I did watch James Piccioni, and he did give me a lot of suggestions with the peach, because I know the peach, you're supposed to have that V, so to speak, and your center, you know, unlike the apple tree that has that center. But I'm still intimidated, and I'm thinking this is supposed to be that, and then you eliminate some other things. I'm just nervous about it, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm probably gonna go back and watch that video about 15 more times before I come out here and actually do it. So I'm a little intimidated by it. So right now, you know, it's my first little tree, and I don't want to mess it up. So, but it's looking okay. It's not dead yet, y'all. So I take that as a sign that it's doing okay. And then lastly, while I'm going over to the last plant that I wanted to update you guys on, looking at my little asparagus patch out here, some wild green onions right there, some more green onions. They're looking okay. My husband had came out here and did a big chop that I was kind of stressed about, but they're coming. You know, my asparagus do really well, but I keep telling him that that's not how we do it. But it's still a learning process for him. It's still a learning process. But before I let you go, I just want to update you on this one plant. So I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, I did a little experiment with this tomato plant right here. Okay. As you can see, it broke right here. So if I were to pull this cage off, that piece of limb would just fall. It was hanging, like literally hanging down here. So I just said, I look at this, so many tomatoes on here, I have to save this. So I did nothing but put it back and was hoping that this would somehow merge or do whatever it needs to do. And it's still split. You can see where it's split, but and some of the leaves are dying off on it. You can see that, but the plant is still here. My tomatoes are blushing. Some of the leaves on the other side of the plant looks good. And this is a plant that I've had since May. Yeah, since May. And look at it. So I'm so thoroughly impressed with this plant. I'm almost gonna be sad when it's time for me to pull it I know I'm not going to be able to save it in my greenhouse. I might try though. I'm not going to tell you no tales. I might try, but I'm really proud of this plant. It's still holding up. Tomorrow I'm gonna come out here and hit everything with a little fishing motion, and do my scheduled fertilizing for these plants. But I just wanted to give you an update on this one right here because I've been watching it. I've been fingers crossed, praying on it, hoping it didn't die on me completely. Of course, I could have still pulled the tomatoes from it and let them ripen later, but I want them to ripen on the plant. So that's all. I just wanted to just come out here and do a little walkthrough. I do got a couple plants that I got to pull some bug activity that I've been seeing off. And then it's getting really late out here, so the mosquitoes are going to start having a feast on me if I don't hurry up and get in. So, but everything is looking really well, guys. I'm excited at the growth and progress of everything out here. I have zero complaints. There's a couple tomatoes that I'm probably going to harvest tomorrow before, either tomorrow or after I fertilize them. Some of them I'm trying to get the seeds from, like my Black Princes, my yellow pears, heck, maybe even this one. This is just a standard beefsteak variety, but it's this plant, y'all. I'm in love with it because it has done. I've been getting tomatoes from this all year, and it is really doing well. So, I have nothing bad to say about this plant. But with that being said, I'm not gonna keep holding you guys. I feel myself just rambling on. But yes, this is my little update for today. Hopefully we'll next time we talk, we'll have some radishes in some different stages of growth, much bigger than they are. The maybe bok choys, which are looking healthy, would be a little bit bigger. I might try to take the little ones and do a little something with those. And of course, some of my herbs that I'm ready to start pulling and drying. But other than that, have a great rest of your day. And again, if you're thinking about it, wanting to start your garden journey, there's no better time to start than now. It is October, and you can still, this is Chicago Zone 6B, and if I can still have plants that I've started from seed in October, so can you. All right, everyone.